Good morning, Hurst Falcons. So we are recording live from the book fair, although I may just take the book fair out of the background so we have something that's just one color. But what I wanted to talk to you about, and the reason I'm wearing a Harry Potter shirt today, is that it's Harry Potter Book Week. And I wanted to talk to you about why that's important, because I realized that so many of you were born, all of you were born after the Harry Potter books came out. So you may know that Harry Potter is an important book series, but you may not understand why it's an important book series. And I wanted to share with you why it's an important book series. So first of all, did you know that the Harry Potter book series has sold over 500 million copies worldwide, which is crazy numbers? Did you know that the Harry Potter book series was the first book series that made its author a billionaire? J.K. Rowling became a billionaire from book sales and merch sales related to Harry Potter. So that's also kind of crazy. But more than any of that, because money's great, but what about why are the books important? Well, the books are important because they changed the way children's publishing happened from then on out. When the Harry Potter books came out, they were so popular that bookstores would do these reading nights on the night that they came out. They would have a line around the building of people that were in line to purchase the book, and then they would keep the store open late. People would be sprawled out in different corners of the bookstore reading those Harry Potter books. They would stay up all night trying to read the books with their friends. It became an event. So it was the first time that we saw a children's book series that became Publishing Day became an event for kids to go to. The books also, because they were so popular, as they got further, if you read the series, the first book's pretty thin, and as the books go on, they get longer and longer and longer for the most part. Up until that time, children's books were considered children's books. They were typically 200 pages or less. But we have, like with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is the longest one, it's over 800 pages long. So it is the thing that made it to where longer children's books became a thing. So if you go in the library, in our library here, we've got several series like that, where you see these big old books, you can thank Harry Potter for doing that. And part of the reason that worked is because it instilled in people a love for reading that had kind of gone away a little bit. People had kind of stopped reading quite as much, and then those Harry Potter books got people excited about it again. That also created a whole new area of children's literature. It used to be that there was just adult publishing and there was children's publishing. But because of Harry Potter, we also created this sort of new area called young adult or YA publishing. Now, Harry Potter books start out as children's books, but they get progressively more mature as the series goes on, to where by the time what Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, we are looking at young adult literature. So something that's kind of also interesting about that, did you know that the way that the publishing industry kind of determines whether a book is a children's book, a middle grade book, or a young adult book is primarily based on the age of the protagonist, the main character in the story. If they're 10 years old in the book, it's a children's book. If they're 13 years old in the book, it's a middle grade book. If they're 17 years old, it's a young adult book. That's kind of a part of how that works. And Harry Potter's a part of that too, because again, Harry, Hermione, and Ron, they age as the series goes on. So it instilled a love of reading. It increased the length of children's books. It created a whole new category of children's books. It sold 500 million worldwide. It's made the author a billionaire. And then it also started a trend where children's books began being converted to movies and TV series more frequently. So think about Percy Jackson, think about The Hunger Games, think about Twilight. All of those came after Harry Potter, and they became very popular book series. Also, sort of Publishing Day became an event for them as well, but they also got turned into movies. And we see that still to this day, where we're seeing a lot of books, movies, TV shows coming from the children's books. So Harry Potter did a lot to children's publishing and to the children's entertainment industry. And if you love Harry Potter, it continues to grow. I know recently the Dallas Symphony Orchestra was doing Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, where you could watch the movies and listen to the orchestra. There's the Harry Potter exhibition that came to Dallas recently. Last year we had the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest event that you could walk through the forest. And so there's all these different events, plus the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It continues to be an exciting series. And now we've got a brand new HBO series that will be coming. Hopefully, it's supposed to be next year. And that will be one season per book. So we're going to get to see some characters that were in the books that didn't show up in the movies, like Peeves. If you don't know who Peeves is, that means you've only watched the movies, you haven't read the books. So anyway, it's Harry Potter Book Week. I hope if you've never read Harry Potter, you get an opportunity to check that out. But even if Harry Potter is not your jam, just know that children's books have been changed forever because of Harry Potter.